Oh, do I feel sick today. I need a little DTL universe pick me up because your boy is under the weather, but we grind and we grind for you. This is your daily. We're here live every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We call it Driving the Line. You can call it DTL. Also on demand on the weekends with all your best bets. Also, we try to make you a little bit smarter in the world of sports. If you haven't watched DTL Golf, it's live in your feed right now. Big Cheesy, he says a great damn show. So thank you guys for that. Check it out before the U.S. Open starts tomorrow. Also, for all of you who also follow BTT, you put us over 5,000 subs in just a couple of months. Incredible. Thank you for that. But as always, we are the most transparent show in all sports betting. We know we have good days. We know we have bad days. And then we have ho-hum days. Soupy, though, 2-0. Charles, what a shock. 1-0-1, but does not have an X next to his name. And the crew, all of you at home, you got to pick yourselves up today. Now, can't do this without my five-tool player, my partner, my man who comes in with that big old fat smile that I love so much. While he comes in, I can tell you, hit that like button. AB, oh, look at the hat today, sir. What do we got going?
Go Tigers. Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, look, man, shout out to everybody who had a check mark. I want to take a drop 3 Easton to Major League Baseball as a whole. This sport is so unpredictable. Like every day, like it is mind-boggling. Like no one can hit, no one can score. It's nuts, man.
You put a nice thing in our text thread last night. You said 2-1 in the 8th inning for every game is not fun to watch. And you're right. It's like pulling a tooth if you're on the over right now.
It's brutal. It's brutal. And look, man, like sports are going to be defined growth-wise or decline through sports betting. Just is what it is. No one wants to bet this. Like, no one. Like, 7 people in Major League Baseball can hit. That's it. Like, just bet on Aaron Judge and Kyle Schwarber and just throw all the rest in the trash. None of it matters. Like, it's just nuts, man. Like, the Pirates-Cardinals was 0-0 going to the 9th inning. Who wants that?
Yeah, Skeens was great. 8 strikeouts, so he got his job done, but they couldn't score any runs until the 9th inning. All 3 runs. By the way, a DTL RIP to Jerry West, AB, dead at the age of 86, the logo today, sir.
The logo. Look, you want to talk about you made your imprint on the game? When they make you the damn logo of the game? Yeah. Like, you did something right. Jerry West, I mean, obviously, dude, the legend, man. Shout out.
I got to meet him one time at ESPN. I was doing Sports Center. He walked in to do his hit, as we called it, and it was just one of those rare moments. You're like, man, this dude has done some things in this world, in this sport. So, Jerry West, we tip our cap to you. All right, another legend that we honor all the time here on the show is Howie Schwab. So what is the Howie Schwab crew play of the day? And AB, the crew needs to bounce back today, and thank God Game 3 is tonight. It seems like a week.
It does feel like a week. And look, I'm in that group. I need to bounce back. My God, Major League Baseball, you're killing me. All right, but we're going to the NBA. All right, got Game 3 tonight. Celtics plus 2.5. Mavericks minus 2.5. Over 212.5. Under 212.5. Polls in the chat. Vote now, as we do always. We will update at the end of the show. And 2 things from the chat. Number 1, yeah, I put the Braves right at the top of that list. They are garbage.
Terrible.
No, terrible. And then shout out to our man, Randall Mims, in the chat. Went through a surgery yesterday. I understand and know that it didn't go perfectly. Like, it went great. Like, he's fine, but, like, he's still dealing with some stuff today. But he's in the chat. I told you, he ain't going to miss a day.
He's a grinder, baby. He woke up against 3 hips now instead of 2. So we'll get all that fixed, Randall. We'll get all of that fixed. All right, the chat is popping. You guys are popping. We're popping. It's time for a good day on a Wednesday. It's time for the picks. All right, I got the best crew in the business, and we've got a little dissension in the ranks that I got to handle right here, right now. Charles, you'll get your 15 seconds. But, Raphael, did you or did you not play Wilson over 27.5 yesterday for the Aces, correct?
Yes, it went over, but that was my mistake. I emailed a loss because I'm so used to losing that I actually put the loss on there.
You gave yourself a loss?
I gave myself a loss.
Wow, you took it away from yourself. Wow, AB. So we were one better than what we thought on yesterday's recap.
Well, I'm an idiot. Like
No,
that's
you're not.
known. I messed it up. Yeah.
All
He messed
me.
it up.
All
He said it
me.
was all. You're not going to
All
know
me.
in a 186 loss that she scored 28 and had 8 rebounds. Who's going to know that? Come on, you got a million things going on, AB. Raphael hurt himself, but we'll take that check mark and move it on down the road. Good morning to Raphael. Now, this man gets a 15 seconds every single day. Yesterday, again, Portugal, well, we pushed, but then, as always, you found another way to cash with the corners. You get the 15 seconds. The man from the Dirty. Charles, good morning.
Morning, coach, crew, chat. Yep. 3-0. Well, actually, the first goal was disallowed in the friendly. Go figure. So it was really our 4-0. Hindsight says I should have just took the Portugal team total over 2.5. But if you paid attention, you got the 2.5 live. Exact score 3-0 plus 700 if you got that little nugget as well. Right there with you, AB. The MLB, frustrating. 19 hits in the Padres game last night. Bases loaded in the 8th inning. Leave them there 3-3. I said, watch what's going to happen in the bottom of the 9th. They're going to score 1 run. It's going to stay under. Solo shot, 4-3. I mean, just men on base, all traffic everywhere, 20 hits games, and we're seeing 2-3 runs. Just there's my vent.
Charles, this segment is called 15 seconds.
Okay? I had to get it out, coach. It was just festering.
Hey, I did
15 seconds.
So last night, I was literally after I removed my iPhone from the back glass door, watching Major League Baseball. I've decided that I am going to start betting Aussie rules football. I'm going to teach myself Aussie rules for the rest of the summer. And there's a team called the Kangaroos that I don't think that they're any good because they're like plus 4.5, but the total is 190.5, and I don't know what that means, but we're gonna find out. So go Kangaroos.
Right, well, at least they'll score. Somebody will score. Better days ahead. I love the Charles segment to start each show. It's not planned, Mark. It's not planned. It just kind of happens. All right, the final member of the crew here today, and I believe last night that there locally you had a big draft show. Was that last night? Did it go well?
Yeah, last night went well. Raphael actually checked it out. It was a trial and error show getting ready for our big draft show. We're going to go head to head with the draft in a sense. We're going to go through the just the lottery overall. But coach, I got to just pause for a second because 1, good morning. But 2, I got to be honest with myself. My name is Daniel and I have a problem betting on Derek Lively. So I just want that out there right now so everybody understands where I'm coming from.
That is very true. And Derek Lively tonight, how many cutaways of him going, "Oh, I can't believe that happened," are we going to have in game 3?
Dude, I don't even have to check the email like if everyone's picks in the morning because we don't talk about them, right? Like your picks are your picks. And then I don't even have to check DGs. I'm like, all right, Derek Lively, rebound.
Have his own page. It's only Derek Lively page. Right in between killing moles. All right. By the way, Carl says this segment should be named 1 Minute of Fame, dedicated to Charles. Y'all need to stop. DG's here. Raphael's here. Don't single out Charles and pump him up like he's just some great handicapper that we happen to find in the universe. Don't do that. But you are Charles. All right, gentlemen, are we ready? We've got all of our feelings out. I think we're feeling good over at DG. Raphael taking a point away. He's back too. So, Charles, tonight, there is a team playing that got embarrassed, if I'm not correct, the last time out. And they need to figure out what the hell is going on. Let's start right there. Talk to me.
Yeah, international friendly, USA versus Brazil. With the European friendlies wrapping up, now we can really turn our focus on some Copa American friendlies until Friday's festivities. And the U.S. men's national team, they are coming off of that 5-1 beat down to Colombia. But what they do, they get rewarded with the second-ranked team in the world. But the U.S. men have averaged 2.4 team goals over their last 8 matches on home soil, while Brazil, they just do what they do. They're averaging 1.5 team goals away from home in 2024, including scoring 3 versus Mexico over the weekend. The U.S. men, they should be extremely motivated at home to have a strong showing, but at the same time, they're simply outclassed, although I do expect them to score at least once in this matchup. So we're going back to our both teams to score, as I can see a 1-2, 1-3 type final score in this contest.
1-2? 1-3? Who says 1-3?
The visiting team goes last.
Only on
That's
the
how they-
schedule, Charles. Only on the schedule. Is
We
Europe
won
completely-
1-3.
Yeah. Hey, Jesse doesn't care. Jesse says Charles is a wagon. Big cheesy. Stop it. DG has award-winning shows. Stop it. What did you call that, DG? The trial and error show? I need to go back and watch it. That's quite the tease there, too. All right.
The trial
that's
and
fun.
error.
That means a lot of mistakes. Man,
Right.
the only thing I can think of is if somebody would actually do 12 minutes of content and think they were live, but actually would. Who would do that? Who would do 12 minutes of a show and think they were live?
Well done.
All right. A lot of fun today. Scott says, Coach, come on. Charles is carrying the crew. Easy, please. Carrying the crew? Interesting. All right. Now,
Team.
capital T, baby. All right, Raphael, let me come over to you. And I just want the baseball play here because leave it to you to go so far outside of the box that I can't even see where the box is. Let's start there, sir.
Well, first, someone in the chat want to know about some snooker odds, and snooker Champions League game is today. So yeah, there's some great games in snooker over in England. So I'll be probably doing some research on that, but we won't dive into that because let's talk about Congressional baseball. That's right, the annual Congressional baseball game is today at Nationals Park. The Republicans have won 3 straight, outscoring. The Democrats only scored 18 runs in those 3 games. This one should fly over. I think the Republicans take this one because I think red is going to be all over the map and probably including in November. So give me the Republicans and the parlay over 20.5. I see they scored 16-6 last game. You know what? In 2022, the Democrats got smoked 10-0. They didn't score any runs. It was like watching this year's Major League Baseball games. So I think the Democrats are going to be in a world of hurt. I like the over. We see that no weather is involved, and the wind will be blowing out in this game. And if someone hits a home run, it's 25-1 to see a home run in this game.
Did you just say the wind is going to be blowing out at this game?
Yes.
Did you?
Dude, that's good,
All
man.
right,
yes.
That's gonna help. I've got Marjorie Taylor Greene over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. So it's
She's
gonna
the
help.
closer. She's the closer, so she'll get a save.
Guarantee you she's playing. I will not give back my time. I will not give back my time. Now, Raphael, you know how much me and AB respect you and value you as a crew member, but apparently not everybody does. Because as you were giving that incredible repartee, somebody in the chat was typing this: Congressional baseball with a big old fat question mark. Who could do that? Who would do that?
Probably the guy that I gave a like
once again. Thank you
on his
man.
YouTube page
Raphael, your
yesterday.
thoughts on that?
I knew it was him because I gave him a like on his YouTube page when I was watching his show. So I'm going to take that like back when I'm done doing this.
Don't
So
do that.
I'm going to hurt him.
He needs to have that one like on the show.
Yeah, there's not
Let's
many there.
Take the one like back. Damn, so much dissension in the ranks, AB. I don't even know where to go. Well, I know this though. We'll get back to Raphael in a second. That Chris Bassett, Seabass, and he's missing a show where we're going to have an eating segment coming up, and he hates it. But he had a very important thing to go to. You know, him and DG and these kindergarten graduations, they are important. All right. So Chris Bassett, 2 first threes. And you know, if you're following him on social media, he's all over the no runs first ladder challenge, all that with Mark. It's awesome. But here are his 2 plays. Nationals, first 3 on the money line. They jumped out to an early lead yesterday. They play at 6:40 p.m. in Detroit, -108. They've been playing really good baseball lately. Really good baseball lately. They took 3 out of 4 from AB's beloved Braves. Then the Marlins, they're playing in New York. We're going to go first 3 on the money line, -120. They have the better pitching matchup. Great way to attack games and starting pitchers going first 3, those 2 plays from Seabass. All right, GG, I'm coming over to you. I want you to start with your baseball and then also give me your NBA as we start to flow into the NBA conversation, sir. If you are done talking to your fans in the chat and could participate, I would love that.
All right, so I have the one-hit parlay, and I have to go with 2 guys who are hot, and it's going to go with Alex Bregman, who's on a 13-game hit streak. It is an early game. Both of these are early games. I believe they start at 1:45, 2 o'clock Eastern, so make sure you get these in. But he's going against Logan Webb. He does have a 250 hitting average against him, But really, what I'm looking at is Logan Webb gives up almost 1 hit an inning on average. And so all we're looking for is hit. We're not looking for anything extra. And then we're going to go with Tatis. He's got a 17-game hitting streak. But let me give you these stats because I think these are important. In his last 5 games, he has 12-plus batted balls over 100 miles an hour. That's big to me because that obviously correlates into hits, but also let the ball fly. You're talking about 4 home runs and then 6 extra base hits. This guy is on absolute fire. And so I want both these guys for some day baseball. All we need is 1 hit each. Not much to ask for.
You proud of yourself?
I tried. I wrote all this down too.
Clearly. So, AB, when I say give me your baseball and flow right into the NBA without a retee, what would you think would probably need to happen?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Well, I was going to say, listen. I'll start with the listening part. I didn't do a good job there. And Coach, I would like just to formally apologize. I'm Daniel,
your sarcasm is not respected. I do not respect sarcasm. All right. Now, we've talked about addictions here, and we need to put up one of those disclaimers. And this is where DG, you got to understand, sometimes heart and head cross over each other. Maybe that's where we're at right now. Let's go back to DG. What do you like tonight on the hardwood?
Derek Lively is kind of what gets me going in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the well here. And I'm going to stay away from his assist. He hasn't had an assist in any game this game. And let me give you my bad first. He's negative 15 and plus minus in each game of the first 2 games. So something's got to give, right? He's got to show up. But I'm going Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds at plus 120. The plus money is great. All we need is 7 rebounds here. But in game 1, he had 8 rebound chances. Game 2, 9 rebound chances. And he actually covered in the last game. He's getting 20 minutes a game. I just feel like we have to get 7 rebounds in a big game out of Derek Lively. I hope that they have a good game. But there's no way Dallas can go down 3-0. Like, there's no way. Or I guess as Charles says, 0-3.
Well, we're going to discuss that coming up shortly. AB. We have another little issue here. I'm trying to put out fires all over the place. If anybody knows you, your heart's as big as your head. And you're giving all these different people opportunities and premium members, crew members. They've been able to get extra content, hockey content during these Stanley Cup finals. We're giving them that. We're grinding. We're doing what we do. But now Robbie Hockey in the chat says this. DG is a hockey host now. He gets a pass. AB, what have you done? DG is now all of a sudden a hockey host at DTL? Did I miss the last week?
Well, let me say this. Look, this is the number 1 rule. No easy buckets. All right. Now, if you want to step up in the coach realm, you're going to get treated in the coach realm. And he's coming at you, boy.
Apparently so. Hashtag levels to this game. I say it all the time. There is not a remote host better than this dude sitting right here. That's all right, DG. We got to have dreams. We got to have places to go, mountains to climb.
I'm trying.
You know what I also love is I love the fact that we're creating a universe, creating a community that you guys can literally have a conversation with yourselves inside of the chat. And it's awesome. Talking about live betting, Dodgers last night. I personally hit it too. Love it. I love everything that AB you've started. I think it's at our YouTube page, Patreon. Hell, I don't even know all the places, but I absolutely love it because you guys are doing it with yourselves.
Can I give us the prize now that we're talking about it?
Yes, I can now that I'm thinking about Chipotle. Yes, go ahead.
Ooh, Chipotle does sound good. And Scott, we're going to answer your question in a second on the best buffets because I've got an answer for you on that one. But tonight, College World Series, live show, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Okay. Got you all set. Numbers are out. All right. We're ready to go. And I'm going to break down how to bet this, not only game by game, but project the games out. All right. And how to use the futures now. We talked about it yesterday. Florida State is plus 750 to win the entire thing.
Yes.
The reason that they're so far down is that they play Tennessee in game 1. If they win that game against Tennessee, that 750 will go to 250 immediately, right? So there's a lot of little quirks that go into this. We're going to do it. 8 p.m. tonight. Come on, let's go. You know how big of a part. You're as much part of the show as I am. So I need you. Let's go. We'll be getting it. Bring some sunflower seeds.
David's going to be there. Tony's going to be there. Now, this is for crew members only, correct? Crew exclusive?
Correct.
Yes. All right. So you got to be a member of the crew, our premium side, to enjoy this extra content. We tell you all the time, we're always thinking about you guys on both sides, but you can sign up right here on this page. Be there 8 o'clock tonight. It's awesome. Oh, I wish I could be a crew member. I wish I could be a premium member. Maybe I'll talk to somebody. All right. DG, you sit there and just think about Derek Lively for a second. Look at Charles over there just smiling as he always does. I wonder what it's like to live in your world, Charles. I wonder what it's like. But I know that Raphael is the one that supplied all of those college baseball World Series odds. I can't even tell you how great it is to have him on our team. But he is now focused on the NBA Finals Game 3 tonight. And you're focused on one team and one team only. Raphael, back to you.
Do I think the Mavericks are going to win this game? That's a toss-up, but I do believe they're going to score. And can Kyrie Irving maybe just score 10 extra points? Because I like the Dallas Mavericks team total over 107.5. They're averaging 107.5 at home during the playoffs. And in the regular season, they averaged 116 points at home. I think we're going to see a high-scoring game in this one. I know games 1 and 2 both went dead under. But since we're not getting runs in baseball, maybe we'll get 3-pointers in tonight's game, and this one flies over. So I'm going to take the Mavericks team total over 107.5 because I think the role players are going to be the big difference. Everyone's going to play good except Derek Lively.
I'll tell you this. It's going to be hyped. It's going to be a ton of energy. It's going to be a lot. I just think it's in. I would also look at the first half over. I just think tonight's going to be a lot of energy right from the jump. I love this play by Raphael. Go, Raphael.
And hindsight, I need Drew Holiday to have a big game and them to win. I have a 60-1 ticket for Drew Holiday to win MVP. He is now 5-1 to win the MVP. If he has another game, I think the game 1 will be a wash between Porzingis and Brown. And I think what Holiday did in game 2, if he has a big game tonight in game 3, let's say they steal this game, we can see what Iggy did for the Golden State Warriors, and they give him the MVP. And that's 60-1 ticket. Dinner on me.
Do you want to do the work? 60-1. Stop it. And he's on our team. All right. Now, AB, I would like you to make it quick, but I think during this take it's very important because people are losing their minds about what's the best buffet to get your day started off right. So please give it that here. And also, I love your threes parlay tonight. Let's go.
Correct, sir. First off, best buffet, Shoney's. You think I'm kidding? They've revamped the entire menu. It is fire. I am not lying. Go check it out. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. Number 2, the Sonesta Select Hotel, wherever you stay. I'm not lying about that either. My boy Estraberto is on sausage down there at the Nashville one by the airport. I'm not kidding about that. Go see him. That buffet, I've shown it on the show. It's fire. And then number 3, Golden Corral's pretty good. You got a chocolate fountain everywhere. It's good. People watching as well. But I'm telling you, go check out Shoney's. It's legit. Speaking of dishing, we're taking today. That's what you do at a buffet. You take. And that's what Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum are going to do tonight. They're taking threes. We're going to take Luka, 4+ threes, Tatum, 2+ threes, put them both together. That is -115. And you can play around with that at BetMGM. They've got a great feature there where you could run through a lot of alternate threes. You could play Luka for 5. You could play, Tatum for 3. You could drop them down, right? Like the BetMGM's got a really nice, site feature. But I'm telling you, Shoney's and my boy Estraberto on sausage over there at Sonesta. You'll like it.
Tony says, I did not know Shoney's was still around. It's a Midwest thing, Tony. There's a lot in Kansas still where I come from. Tennessee has a lot of Shoney's, so they're there. Raphael, you weighed in. Bellagio buffet, a little pricey though, right?
Yeah, but that seafood is worth the price. Just sit there and eat crab legs for an hour and a half, and you just doubled your price.
So I cannot wait. I just had this image in my head of the entire DTL crew in Vegas for the first time, our first road trip, and we all stayed up all night playing Pai Gow poker, and we're having a breakfast buffet together looking like trash and just saying, how do we get here, boys? I just see that in my head right now. You guys see it? Imagine that.
Definitely see it. And I'll say this.
Just pushing all night and Pai Gow
Yes, push all night. AB, go.
It's not buffet, but if you are in Las Vegas and you want something to eat, okay, I have done this move at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., chips in my pocket, no chips in my pocket, all right? Because I spend a lot of time at the craps table. Actually, that's exactly where I stay. I'm not playing any other table game.
Okay.
Dude, we're firing hot. All right. But here's the deal. You go into Planet Hollywood. All right. Go into that hotel and you walk around the corner. All right. The Earl of Sandwich. That's where you go. The Earl of Sandwich is fire. It is so good. Yeah. Go see Ruth over there. I'm not lying. Her name is Ruth. She'll cook you up the sandwich. Boy, it's good, man.
Why
I
does
agree.
it not shock
I
me
agree.
that AB's got his people at all the different places? Earl
Food
of
places.
Sandwich. Now, Japan says we're going to roll 100 deep. If the DTL universe wants to follow us to Vegas for our first big DTL convention, I can see it already. I tell you all the time. You guys think we're here for a couple of months? We're here for 30 years. It's going to happen every single year. We're going to turn it into something, AB. I'm telling you right here, right now. That's one of our goals.
It is
deep. How about 200 deep?
200 deep. And also, last thing, Melody in the chat says, there's a place in Nashville called the Dragon Phoenix Chinese food buffet. All right. It's by the airport. It's not the nicest spot in the world, but my God, it is good.
Whatever you hear Chinese spot by the airport, you really don't need to say it's not the nicest spot in the world. It's kind of a given.
I walked in. Coach, no lie. I walk in alone. Okay. Like I said, I don't have a family. I'm not married. I go in by myself at 4:00 on like a Tuesday. All right. I go in. The lady sits me down, gets me a Sprite, right? And I just, you go up and get your plate. I walk up to the thing and I'm like grabbing spring rolls. Okay. I look over. They had crawfish. And no lie, I tweeted it. I took a picture and I said, pray for the Dragon Phoenix. They know not what they've done.
Oh my God. That kind
The
of
lady
plays
looked
into
at me. I took down 9 plates.
Apparently, Melanie just said after nearly bankrupting the Dragon Buffet, you left him off the list. That's cold. That's cold. Melanie, you're right. That is cold. Oh, you guys are just killing me in the chat. Oh, I absolutely love this. We have more eating content to get to, but it's very, very serious, and it is betting related. So while the man who just sits over there and smiles drops off for a few minutes just to kind of hang out, because that's what Charles loves to do. We're going to break it down. Game 3, and also the biggest travesty in all of competitive eating. And it happened yesterday. We discuss next. It's time to educate, entertain. Austin says, this is such a great show today. But Schwan50 says, I never really fully understood that tweet, AB, until right now. I got to be honest. Neither did I.
No, like I should have put more context, right? But I'm telling you, like, and here's the funniest part is that the restaurant is great. No one speaks English in there, which is fine, right? Like I speak a little bit of Spanish. Nobody was speaking Spanish in there either. However, half of the entire staff was staring at me as I was just like a machine.
Wait. You thought they were going to speak Spanish at a Chinese buffet?
Like I said, I'm not the most intelligent person that there is, right? So I needed to study a different language, but they understood this man, they understood that this man is going to bankrupt us. And when they have to start calling people to come in, extra dishwashers because we're running out of plates, yeah, it was a problem.
All AB is saying is C. See, they have no idea what he's saying. No idea what he's saying. All right. So just to be clear, AB thought they were going to speak Spanish at a Chinese buffet. We have to move on. So we have game 3 tonight. It's dominating all of the discussions. No more negativity. It's all about can Dallas get back into this thing? Because we know that if they go down 3-0, and I'm coming to you, DG, because you're our resident NBA guy. If they go down 3-0, this thing is over. Some say it's already over. But as we go into tonight, what do they need to do? And from a betting perspective, try to tie it back. And also, who would you lean into to have a big game tonight prop-wise? Let's start there.
Well, the first guy we have to lean into is Derek Lively. No, I believe it's going to have to be a Luka game, but he's going to have to figure out a way to get Kyrie going. He's got to have a running mate because if you look around the edges of their team, there's not really much there that you can count on a consistent basis. And so they are going home. Usually role players play better at home, but you got to have, honestly, Luka feeding the ball more. So what he should do, in my opinion, is when he gets the double teams, which he has been, or if he's getting somebody coming from his back end, he has to give the ball up early. So potentially, hit an open shot for one of his role players, because obviously if you get them into the flow of the game, they should be able to shoot with more confidence. But what happens is if you give the ball up early in the shot clock, usually it can find you if it needs to, if there's not a good shot available, and he can create with the best of them with under 8 seconds on the clock. So I expect Luka to have a good night. I don't know what his line is, but I would expect him to go for probably a 30-point triple-double again. And I think he crushed that last game as well. So if there's anything out there on a triple-double with plus 300, plus 350, that's what I would look at just for a little bit of a sprinkle fun.
All right, so we'll look at that here currently, but I can tell you this. I think the sports books agree exactly, DG, with what you just said. His numbers, the highest it's been the entire series, 32.5.
Wow.
Is Luka's number tonight. So, Raphael, as we talk numbers and come over to you, Tatum is the next at 26.5, and then it really drops to Kyrie at 23.5. So, we haven't even talked spreads, totals, anything. We just talked, can the Mavs win? And they're favored by 2.5. Raphael, your take.
Well, this number probably will go to 3 just because I think the betting public is going to see the unicorn maybe not playing this game. So we saw some line movement when that story came out yesterday. It was 1.5. Some books had 2. They moved up quickly to 2.5. One book already moved it to 3 as we were on the air. So it wouldn't shock me if we see a repeat of a -3s all across the board. I'm not sold about. Let's face it, the starting 5 of the Dallas Mavericks all had double digits last week. Give me some bench play. The bench only had 9 points in game 2. I think the bench has to come alive in this game. Luka triple double, so that means, like I said, the starting 5 all had double digits in that game again in game 2. I think bench is going to have to be the key. There's nowhere to be found. How about putting Hardaway from the bench? You get a DMP last game. He's got playoff experience. Try something to motivate that bench and get some extra points to give maybe Luka a rest or Kyrie some different looks. I think the bench play has to be a big role. If not, then the Celtics go up 3-0. Drew Holiday gets a triple-double today, and I'm doing backflips.
You have to try something. And AB, everything Raphael just said, spot on. And as you look at BetMGM, there's so many different ways you can put things together, same game parlays. But at the end of the day, they need to find something and somebody to kind of spur. And because it was like 2 games of blah. So what do we do here?
Trace Cogeos. Look, 3-pointers. That's exactly what it is. More of them. But they have to hit them. That's been the problem. All right? They're not hitting the 3-pointers. And when you're not hitting them, yet you continue to shoot them, and you end up 5 for 27, 6 for 20. That's what happens, and which results in Jason Tatum not even having to play, right? Like the Celtics haven't even really needed him. The Mavericks have to hit threes. Kyrie has to have a big game. Big game. He has to do it. He has to figure this thing out. I understand. Like, I'm not blaming the guy. The Celtics are tremendous playing defense, but Kyrie has to go off. All right, Luka got to hit his threes. His consejos, all right, they'll get him.
Well, as I look at it right now, BetMGM, you're killing me today, B, and everybody in the chat saying the exact same thing. Luka, there's a reason you put him in your same game parlay. His over 3.5 threes is -165.
Wow.
That's how much the books thinks he's going to go off tonight, and I agree with it. Kyrie's at 2.5 at even money, but you talk about Kyrie needing to go off. His number is 23.5 just with a nickel. You like that, Raphael? Just with a nickel, -105. So a lot of different things, thank you very much, need to happen tonight. By the way, AB, anyone remember when Buckets gave a take in a different language? That was one of the best days ever. He didn't even know what he was saying.
No, like, number one, I love that kid to death. Like, he's the best. And yeah,
The best.
he was doing that. He had a country called Pain that was
All right, before we get him in trouble. All right, a lot of people in the chat weighing in on the NBA. Don't forget to follow us. Turn on your notifications. We'll have stuff all throughout the day and maybe a little bit in our crew exclusive. A lot of people think the Celtics are going to win 4 or 5. We'll see after tonight. Now, gentlemen, topic number 2. And this one gets very, very serious. And I may have never been more shocked at a story in my life than what broke yesterday. So, according to a lot of the outlets, ESPN, Fox, all of them, Joey Chestnut, the 16-time superstar competitive eater, the 8-time defending champion, The reason Nathan's hot dog eating contest is literally on the map with Kobayashi, those are the only two that you even know, is not going to participate. Because reportedly he signed an endorsement deal, AB, with a rival company that makes vegan hot dogs, Impossible Foods, and Nathan's is a beef hot dog. So there's a lot of people talking here, and Joey's like, man, I got banned. I can't do this. Nathan is saying, no, we didn't ban him, but there's been a rule forever that you cannot endorse a rival brand, which it's hot dogs. How many people are really getting big brand deals anyway? So one side saying one thing, the other side saying the other thing. My point is this. If I'm Impossible Foods, how do I even sign a deal with him and not have him on ESPN on the biggest day of the year? It's marketing suicide, and I would love for you to start the take because this is a travesty.
El libro de jugados. That is Spanish for the playbook. And kids, write this down because he just followed it. $1.2 million not to eat this July 4th and have to go 7 to 8 hot dogs. Let me say that again. Not to eat. There are people in our lifetime that have followed the playbook. Kevin Federline, currently Travis Kelce, and now, all right, our man, Joey Chestnut. They are making bank. I love it. Here's the question, okay? If you are Nathan's and you see this coming, don't you have him come eat and you take kind of that knock out of Impossible Foods, dream advertisement here?
Yes.
Like, don't you do it? I would totally do it because here's the thing. If you do that, if you are Nathan's and Joey comes out there and doesn't eat any dogs, like he just tanks it or whatever, you say, oh, wow, those Impossible Foods, that stuff is garbage, right? Yeah, it's terrible. You don't want to eat it. But if he comes out and competes and eats 70 of them, you say, yeah, how good are those Nathan's hot dogs? You love them, even with another company. I think that Nathan's missed a golden opportunity here to just fire back. And anybody say what you will. And Coach, I throw it back to you because you know it better than anyone. That is a move that the WWE would have done, is that they understand completely, and you know how these angles work, that when somebody thinks that they're smart, nah, son, we're going to turn that right around and back at you. This is our bread and butter. I would have done that if I were Nathan's.
I agree. There's a lot of layers here, but at the end of the day, they all drop the ball. This is not the NFL. This is not something that people watch all the time, like the NBA or Major League Baseball. This is one time a year, and then they have the smaller events. So to me, yes, Nathan's dropped the ball, and Raphael, I'm going to bring it to you next because of the numbers, somebody in the chat. But if you're Impossible Foods and nobody knows who you are, and you're going to pay him $300,000 a year for 4 years, reportedly, he got a $200,000 appearance fee last year. And so if you're Nathan's, even if it's not the I'm going to get them like what AB just said, he is the reason people tune in. And if you're Impossible Foods, you need a reason to pay him $300,000. So both places need to come together. And I'm telling you, I'm going to be the reason this happens. He will be eating on July 4th. You heard it here first. But Raphael, what do the numbers look like now?
I couldn't agree more. Everyone was asking me. I have a ticket already on Joey Chestnut to win a bunch of baseball parlays all winter long. What do I do? They're not going to refund them yet because last time I checked, today's June 12th. It's not July 4th. So we have plenty of time to see what's going to happen until July 4th to the eating cuts. I do believe he'll be there eating this. This would be a horrible decision for Nathan's. I'm not going to say it'd be a ghost town in front of them on July 4th that he's not there, but it's going to be a very, very light crowd. Right now, the over-under is 50.5. Now hot dogs eaten without Joey and a half, with the over coming in minus 130. And now the favorite is James Webb, who's come in second place, I think 3 out of the last 4 times in this contest. He's minus 150. Keep an eye on Jeffrey Esprit at plus 120. But I'm going to butcher this name, so he's probably not going to win. Gideon Uhi, he's 16-1. He's been putting up some big numbers in other eating contests lately. Maybe take a shot at 16-1. With no Joey Chestnut. If Joey's not there, but he'll be there.
You just made our entire point for us. If this Webb guy who's the favorite walked down the street and you stopped 10 people and said, who is this cat? There's not a single person that would know who the hell he is. This is such a unique situation. And William in the chat says, Coach, do you think it's better for the books now if Joey Chestnut isn't in competition because odds will be a lot closer now? Is not right, Raphael? And why?
Because he's the popularity. People are going to come just because of that. They're going to go to the sportsbook to see what his number is, and then they're going to see other matchups. Because we do head-to-head matchups. We do so many prop bets for hot dog eating contests. I think last year, I had over 120 ways to bet the hot dog eating contest. So no, we need him there because the people to come to those sites to see what the numbers are, and then they probably put something on there. So no, if he's not there, that's probably going to be one of the least bet hot dog eating contests probably in the last 20 years.
To what I say about driving the line all the time, whatever sportsbook gets with us is going to just absolutely explode because of the attention you're going to get with our show. It all comes together. So, DG, let me come over to you. A lot of information here, but this is one of the marquee events of the entire summer, all kidding aside. And it could be literally like a yawning in church if Joey Chestnut is not allowed to compete.
How has Nathan's not already given this dude just like a lifetime sponsorship? Like, he has been the main reason that this show has been really the show, but also you're not talking about just hot dog eating contests, but like there's other contests that obviously Joey does, but he's known for the hot dog eating contest. So in my opinion, I know that you can sign contracts that says you can't have a non-compete, but let's just be honest, money talks. And so if Nathan's isn't going to put up the money that's going to sponsor me and going to pay for my kids and then my kids' kids, like if we're not doing that, then I'm going to go with Impossible or anybody else that wants to pay me. And so the biggest thing that I saw that Nathan's can do is go ahead and let him eat in the contest. And when he wins, there's a banner, just like Randall Mims said, you put a banner behind him that says nothing is impossible. And I believe that really is how you play the game.
That's amazing. AB, go.
I'd like to make this announcement right now, everyone. All right. They got rid of Joey Chestnut, and they're bringing in Driving the Line.
Oh, Coney Island.
Bagel dogs.
Leave it to you.
Bagel dogs. I'm eating 100 of them today, and I'm not getting paid for it, so that's a problem.
There is nobody better or more random than AB. Who the hell? I've never even seen those before. Never even seen them. Never even seen them.
Like, no lie, like, they're fire. Like, they're absolutely fire. You get 4 in a box, all right? You got to microwave 60 seconds, then put it in the oven 400 degrees for about 5 minutes. Get that nice crisp on the everything bagel around it. The key is spicy mustard. That's the key.
There you go. Hashtag it pays to watch live. Sometimes. All right. Carl says Raphael knows so much. Guys like a robot. And he's making my point for me. Raphael, go.
On our text chain yesterday, what did I put the over under for AB eating hot dogs during the show? 5.5 over -130.
He did.
All right. What a fun show it's been today. But if you were not here at the top of the show, that's okay. We got you covered. A little segment we like to call the Whip Around. It's crazy. You never know the segments that are going to go the longest. Who would have known Joey Chestnut would get that much love today? I absolutely love it. All right. It's time to go to the yard today. And yesterday, Aaron Judge did it nicely for us at +200. So, Charles, you're back. We've got Aaron Judge back on the list today. He is absolutely the MVP right now. Your boy, Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles, Bryce Harper of the Phillies. Let's go a little Juan Soto. How healthy is he? +450. And Rafael Devers for the struggling Boston Red Sox. Charles, where are we headed?
Yeah, I'm going to take a chance with a Juan Soto +450. Visiting team should get the full and hopefully gets a that ninth at bat in the ninth inning as well. So Juan Soto +450, but some honorable mentions: Shohei and Francisco Lindor, good matchups as well. But for show purposes, Juan Soto +450.
I love your honorable mentions. Joe says 175 is too low. Well, I agree with that, Joe. Here's the problem. Aaron Judge is becoming the Scotty Scheffler of Major League Baseball. You got to take his number to a point where he's on the list, but you don't bet it. That's what the books, they don't want you to bet on Aaron Judge. He's hitting a home run 3 straight games right now. He's hit a home run 3 straight. All right, DG, coming over to you, big boy. Who's going to go the yard today?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Gunnar Henderson at +350. The dude is seeing the ball well. He's obviously has 100+ exit velo right now coming off his bat. But, Coach, I don't know if you know this, but I started tracking this little segment about 2.5 weeks ago. it's up 4.75 units in the last 2.5 weeks. So just if anybody's wondering, if you play all 5 plays, 1 unit each, that's where I came with my number. So plus 4.75 units.
Holy cow, that deserves a second. Do you want to do the work? My goodness, up almost 5 units on the yard segment. Come on. Hashtag next level. Thank you, DG. All right, Raphael, we've got a gunner and we've got a Soto. Where are you going?
I'm going picture time. What AB always says. Who's on the picture right now? Bryce Harper. So I'm going to take Bryce Harper at 4-1. I think Judge was a picture yesterday. That ball still hasn't landed. So I'm going to take Harper today at 4-1.
All right. So 3 different answers. AB, coming to you. Where are you headed?
We tried to tell everybody yesterday the DTL graphic bump is real, 20% higher. Aaron Judge did it yesterday. Going with our man, Bryce Harper today. Look at that sheen on the helmet. Looking sharp there. And also, to celebrate that, producer man, give me a one screen just for 1 second because I want to show everybody this. This is what the bagel dog looks like. It's delicious. Bryce Harper's going to hit bombs. He's going to have a couple bagel dogs. Let's go.
I never know.
Yeah, there's no reply to that. I know.
Never know where the show's going to go. All right, a lot of people in the chat are weighing in. You also remember we also put it up at our X handle. Go there and vote. If you want to write in a vote like an honorable mention, we encourage you to do that too. All right, this is the part of the show where we give you one little nugget on each play, 10 seconds or less, and we do it very, very quickly so you can get the plays and maybe a little bit of knowledge. So, Charles, we've got a little bit of soccer going on right now, but the United States playing tonight. Start there.
Yeah, international friendly, USA versus Brazil. Both teams a score. Expected, yes, Coach, 1-2, 1-3, USA versus Brazil.
And that game starts a little bit later than normal, but we do have some day baseball today, including our 5-star chef, Chef Chris. Nationals, first 3 money line, -108 in Detroit. Washington just took 3 out of 4 from Atlanta. They played well last night. So this is a really good play for them. They're a hot team. And the Marlins on the road, playing the pitchers. First 3 money line, -120. Play both of those first 3. Raphael, coming to you. What do you like?
Mavericks team total over 107.5, and the Congressional baseball parlay only in global books because U.S. books are sleeping at the wheel. Giving the Republicans money line and over 20.5. The Republicans have outscored them the last 3 games, 39-18, and 4 of the 5 last games have gone over the 20.5.
Absolute next level. DG, you're up.
Derek Lively over 6.5 rebounds at plus money here at +120. I got to keep going to the well. He's going to come through for me tonight. We're going to go to a hit parlay with both guys that are absolutely on fire. Both guys have a 13-game hit streak and a 17-game hit streak for Tatis. All we need is 1 hit each for -106.
Yeah, Bregman has been absolutely on fire. He's one of my top 5 players least likely to get me excited. I can't stand him. He's so annoying. But if he cashes for us, I'm all about it. I'm the biggest Alex Bregman fan out there. All right, AB, talk to me.
Pointers tonight, 3s. Luka Doncic, 4+ 3s. Jason Tatum, 2+ 3s. Put those 2 together, -115. And yeah, that Congressional baseball game, Hubert Humphrey, he's hitting a bomb tonight. Dang it, I wish we would get our
all right, real quick, coming up tomorrow, I believe, Raphael, we've got, Friday. Charles, I had a completely different person. Euro 2024. Yes, a little special episode on Friday.
That's correct, Coach.
Right.
Some great content.
Okay. And then Raphael, we've had odds on WWE content. Yes.
Yes, we do. Can't wait to jump on the air with you and talk a little Clash odds. This is the very first. There's a match in there that's pretty much a pick'em. We don't see pick'em lines in wrestling unless it's SummerSlam or WrestleMania. So this is going to be a very good storyline pay-per-view.
And AB, 8:00 tonight, crew exclusive only, getting everybody set for the College World Series. Yes?
Correct, sir. 8:00 tonight, Eastern.
So, DG, what have you done?
I'm probably just going to watch the perfect match, Coach, honestly.
All 3 of my guys coming through strong. DG, absolutely nothing. He's too busy playing in the dirt with Big Cheesy. All right, gentlemen, as always, love you guys. Great show, great effort. We'll see you throughout the day. All right, it's time for the closing bell. An absolute ton of fun today, AB. The crew, they need a bounce back, though. Howie Schwab crew play of the day. Where we go?
The crew does, as do I. And we're going to go with the Mavericks -2.5. That's where the crew is going. They are feeling it for Luka Doncic to get it. Kyrie to go off. Yeah.
Man, I'm really torn because obviously I want to play something on the game. But I just it's a perfect number because I'm probably going to lay the money line price if I'm going to play the Mavericks anyway. But man, I don't see a scenario after what I watched in Boston that they can win. AB, convince me.
I know it's brutal. Like I can't. Like that's the tough part, right? Is that I mean, it's not that we're not believing in Dallas, but my God, I mean, Boston is just playing so good. Like, how do you bet against them? You know what I mean? Like, and they haven't even used Tatum yet. That's the scary part.
At all. I know.
I'm with you.
Well, follow my guys on social media. Always dropping content, always dropping knowledge, and always dropping picks as well. Maddie in the chat says, appreciate you all. Thanks for the picks and knowledge. And of course, the last, let's have ourselves a day. Maddie, I couldn't say it any better. I love that all of you start your day right here, and we're just getting started. We're just starting to grow, and we love it because of you. Now, bring all your friends. We want to pass that 5,000 subscriber mark in less than 6 months. That's amazing, and you guys have done that, but we need just like 100 more. BTT, we passed that today, so thank you to all of you. And now understand this. There is only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Wednesday bounce back day tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, Lobo, my man from the Dirty Charles, my numbers guy, Raphael, my man from Memphis, Tennessee, DG, and my 5-tool player who can do it all, AB. Never forget about producer man behind the scenes, always making the show look like $1,000,000. Do not forget DTL Golf live in your feed right now. I am the coach, just trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. Don't forget, crew exclusive posted in about 30 minutes right here. Driving the line. Good luck.